Right, I'm doing this Batman comic today. That's Batman there. If you don't know what he looks like, if you've never seen him before, that is Batman there. And the thing about this comic is it was written by Devin Grayson. Now, if that name is familiar to you, it's because she was probably most famous for having been in a relationship with Martin Quaid. Right, Martin Quaid, he is one of the worst writers in the industry. And the story is that they met at conventions and she used to be in cosplay. And the pathetic middle-aged man, Martin Quaid, left his wife to bang the hot young girl dressed as superheroes. Some people reckon that she only got her job writing comics because of her relationship with him. There's this website called Observation Deck. They wrote that Diversity and Comics said Devin Grayson sucked her way into the industry. But the thing is, he didn't actually say that. He said Kelly Sue DeConnick sucked her way into the industry. So it's clear that Observation Deck are of the mindset that Devin Grayson probably did suck her way into the industry. They've clearly made that assumption entirely themselves, and it was her he was talking about. And it's worth noting that when she broke up with Martin Quaid, because he would stay in a relationship with the little man baby, when they broke up, she started getting a lot less work. Like, she'd write fucking Batman, and then she just stopped getting work tandem with the breakup. I tell you what, it is suspicious. But if only there was like some sort of documented example of Martin Quaid using his position in the industry to push people outside and stop them from getting any work. But at the minute, it just sounds like my crazy mad conspiracy theory. Like, surely Martin Quaid would never intimidate or blackmail to get his own way or to stop a person from being successful. And you know what? The sad thing is, Devin Grayson is a much better writer than Martin Quaid could ever dream of being. She seems like a nice, normal person. Friendly, nice, actually into the medium. I don't know how she falls when it comes to comic dates, but I can't imagine she being into it, but she doesn't post about it every day, sermonising about it or trying to get applause for stuff. She just seems normal. Like, the thing is, if she did suck her way into the industry, like Observation Deck says she did, so what? Like, she's alright. I'd much prefer her to write comics than Kelly Sue DeConnick or that Wilson one. Like, Devin Grayson, generally, she is like a less stupid Gail Simon, and is nowhere near as annoying or obsessed with totally hypocritical feminism. In fact, this comic, right, there's barely even women in it, let alone feminist agenda. What happens is, Robin bumps into this fella. He is called Azrael Man. He is what is known in the industry as temporary Batman substitute, which means that he was temporarily a substitute to Batman. He's a bit of a wrong'un. He's violent and mental, which is the worst combination, really. I have this fight between Robin and Azrael Man. It's a good little fight, and Azrael Man gets away. And this here, that's the only woman in the comic, and she's in a wheelchair. So, bonus points. By the way, they're doing this stupid hashtag at the minute, I stand with Martin Quaid, right? But notice that Devin Grayson has not yet used it. Then what happens is, Azrael Man, he goes to the Batcave where Batman lives, and he gets into a big fight with Batman, and it's another good little fight. This comic has some good fights in it, and what happens is, it ends with Batman strangling Azrael Man, like Bart Simpson. I mean, what a cliffhanger. I wonder what happens next. I don't know, I don't have part 2, so I'll just guess what he probably doesn't strangle him to death because Batman doesn't kill, and they'll probably just fight some more, and then maybe patch things up at the end, or probably team up to fight a villain together. At the end of the day, Devin Grayson, I'm sorry that you had to go out with Martin Quaid to get any work. Again, I must state, they're not my words, they're the words of Observation Deck. And you know what, I'm glad you broke up with him, even though it wasn't good for your career. Martin Quaid is terrible. And you know what, right? There is no way that Martin Quaid is not a premature ejaculator. And while I'm at it, he definitely probably verbally abused her a lot. Probably psychologically. I'd like to say that he wouldn't have hit her, but he's well known for being full of pent-up anger and putting his fist through doors. So I can't say with 100% confidence that he didn't beat Devin Grayson. Like, even if she comes out and says that he categorically didn't hit her, it might be the case that she is just in denial or scared of him. Like, he would definitely be bitter about her being a much better writer than him. I'm not saying burn Martin Quaid at the stake because he probably lamped Devin Grayson a bunch, but like, burn him at the stake for all of his well-documented history of anger issues and sociopathic bullying and his egomania. But, right, I've just got to say, right, Devin Grayson, I hope you're okay. I hope you get a new fella. You know what, maybe, right, to get back at Martin Quaid, who probably battered you, you should hook up with Richard C. Meyer, Diversity and Comics. I mean, that would really fucking sting Martin Quaid. Like, the thing is, if he hit you, not that I'm saying that he did, but if he did, you could never quite pay him back for all the violent things he probably definitely did, but that would at least get him back a bit for that time he was smacking you around a bit with the belt, which probably happened. So, my advice, Devin, hook up with Diversity and Comics, because Martin Quaid, he deserves to be psychologically hurt, because that's what he inflicts on others. So it's poetic justice. The best kind of justice, cause it rhymes. So just to sum up, I'm not saying he hit her, I'm just saying that it is very possible that he could have done. Anyway, here's to the new couple, Richard Meyer and Devin Grayson Meyer. Long may they live happily ever after. And cause of that, I rate this comic 7 thumbs up.